Well, it's official. It's the first of the month. Donexodus2's second chance to debate me ran out at midnight last night. You know, I offered, I made a challenge to debate, and he accepted my challenge to debate. And then he started bickering with me and arguing about the subject matter and the location and the moderator and everything. When I wouldn't back down on all of it, you know, I gave in on the moderator. When I wouldn't back down on the rest, he weaseled out. He didn't show up for his debate, just chickened out. Didn't even call in for it. Didn't show up. So, you know, I thought I'd give him a second chance, and I issued another challenge to him to debate, you know, and after this time, I changed everything to suit him, you know, except the location. Of course, I haven't heard from him except, you know, his little game that he tried to play one night in Skype with me. I wouldn't have any part of. So, I changed about just everything except the location, which really shouldn't be a problem for him. And he still won't debate me. Didn't accept my challenge. You know, I think it's telling. I think anybody out there who's on the fence about whether or not evolution and creation is true, learn something from this. That these evolutionists, these evolution preachers that you see here on YouTube or anywhere in the world, they have a big mouth when they can sit behind a video camera and talk about it and call creationists creotards and say we're stupid and just don't accept science and then we don't understand, you know. They're so easy to and willing to do that. But then when they're challenged to a formal debate, one-on-one, with the world listening, they don't want any part of that. No, they're scared of it. What's that tell you about their position? That it's untenable, you see. They're not confident that they can support their untenable position in a formal debate against somebody who's well-informed. And so that's kind of telling, don't you think? See what I'm saying? Don't put stock in what these goons have to say. Everything in this world points to design. Even the universe itself, the balance of the forces, the orientation of the planets in our solar system, everything microbiological, everything that lives, everything about everything. Physics, the existence of the laws of physics, everything that is, everything points to design and special creation. See, this old idea that it came to be, and then it became more complex and more diversified and more beautiful over time on its own. This old idea of Charles Darwin and his contemporaries and predecessors in the 1800s and 1700s has been discredited by modern science and philosophy. You know, it was an old idea. You know, Charles Darwin just couldn't have known. His eyes would have popped literally out of his head if he'd have known. If people could have, someone from the future could go back in time, sit down with Charles Darwin and explain to him the properties of DNA, its information storage and retrieval using complex mathematical algorithms, performing information search and replacement and repair, and such things as what goes on in the cell. It would boggle his mind. He would have written his book. I guarantee you. It would have never happened. So anyway, now I have a task before me, which is to find another evolutionist big mouth on YouTube and shame them. You see, now why do I have so much fun? It's obvious that I get a kick out of it. I don't mind professing that I do. Why do I? Because I know the truth. The truth is clear and obvious. And these people are trying to preach a lie that is dangerous and damaging and hurtful to the world. You see? And I'm going to help snuff it out. That's what I'm doing, you see. I'm helping snuff it out. And I just snuffed out Donexodus2 as having any kind of mouth that anybody should listen to, because the kid won't take a challenge to debate somebody. He's not strong enough in his certain of his claims sure enough that he feels like he can support them in a debate. He knows he'd lose and it would shame him, so he shamed himself by not accepting by weaseling out of the challenge, not showing up for his debate, chickened out, and then not accepting my second gracious offer to debate him again. Why am I cocky about it? Why do I get a kick out of it? Because it's the truth. Creation is true. And God is true. And see, so I get a kick out of snuffing out this ridiculous, nasty lie that somehow it popped into existence and improved on itself over time and became so beautiful and complex and interdependent and amazing that the whole earth is covered with it. And it's just beautiful and amazing and wonderful and incredible and super unbelievably complex. That came about because a couple of molecules linked up together in a primordial goo, and that started it all. And if you actually believe that, you're not thinking clearly. You need to start thinking about what you're trying to believe in. Didn't happen that way. There is a creator of unimaginable power and intelligence that is the cause of everything you see, everything you touch, the very matter of everything, including your own body, is a product of his design and manufacture. So now, I'll find another big mouth evolutionist to shame. Who should it be? I'll take suggestions. If anybody out there knows who is the what evolutionist preacher out there of this dorko materialist religion, if anybody out there has got an idea of who has the most subscribers and the biggest mouth about preaching it and trying to put down creationism out there, next to Don Exited twice, leave a comment on my channel here, and I'll consider him. I'll think of find which one that I should issue a challenge to personally.